Okay, so we get the new needle in. It's right there. When you're putting needles in the domestic machines, the needles have a flat side. Oh, I lost that one. Well, we'll open it up. There's a little thing here. You can pull this open. You gotta kind of hold it because it doesn't have a kickstand. Anyway, we'll get that needle back. I don't like keeping stuff down there. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, if you look, you can see that there is a flat side on the top of this. So this needle only goes in one way, and that's where the set screw hits it on that flat side, which you couldn't see very well. That's the numbers. Okay, and the numbers are on the flat side. And then if you look at the needle itself, you can see the outside has that, there's the scarf side, and there's the groove side, and that's where the thread rides in. So it's actually just like an industrial needle, it's just smaller. All right, now we need to go pick a thread color. I'm not too worried about what we're sewing as much as I would like to make sure it is a decent color. So we have plenty of white, different things. I'm thinking blue. This one, I like this one. It's a pretty color. Let's go see how it looks with the material. It's a little bright. I think I want a little more subdued. So let's try the blue that's next to it. That one. I don't want it to kind of match it. I want it to be, you know what? Nope. Let's go with the contrasting color. Yeah, let's do that. Not pink. I don't think pink would be good. But got a spool of white right here. Dual duty, all purpose, white thread. I think this will be fine. Okay. Could probably use this too. That'd be all right. Or that 100% polyester. I think I'll go with the 100% polyester. Okay, as you can see, we need a little bit more organization in here, but I'm not sure how that's gonna go yet, but that's the epitome of a sewing cabinet for us. All right, so we're gonna look and see how the white looks. I think the white will look good. So, anywho, when we get there, I'll show you how to wind the bobbin and stuff. Okay, so I haven't even plugged this machine in yet, but I want to show you. This is pretty cool. It's got this old shuttle. It's called a bullet bobbin, which is a shuttle, and it goes down in here like this. It's not fitting right now because the bobbin's not in the right place. Or the what's that called? The bobbin holder. Yeah. Anyway, this is the actual bobbin. This is a really interesting little piece right here. I mean, it's cool because it's just like a barrel. Looks like a railroad train wheel. But anywho, we're gonna wrap some white thread around that, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I don't use this machine every day, so I got the manual. I'm gonna look up how the bobbin winds, and then I'll show you. Okay, for those of you that are interested, this is actually 128.23. Okay, so according to the picture, you go from the thread spool down to the little thread guide, and then you go back over to the thread guide on the bobbin winder, and then you just go straight up. Yeah. So I have thread going from the spool to the thread guide down here through the tension discs, which was not on the picture, so that was wrong. I'm going to take that out, and I'll wind this back up, And then over here on the bobbin winder, there's a little thread guide right down there. You put that under that. This is spring loaded, so you don't want anything to pull that while it's winding the bobbin. And to engage the bobbin winder, you just push that forward. There is nothing that will stop this automatically. You have to wind the thread until you feel like that's sufficient, and then you stop it. And if you go too far, it'll get too much thread on it. If you go too little, then you won't have enough thread and you'll be doing this again. And this part, well, I always thought was fun. When I run on a bobbin thread, I'm never really that happy because it's kind of annoying. You're always in the middle of something. I don't particularly like this thread though because of the hairs on here, but I think for what we're doing today, it'll be fine. So that's what we're gonna use. The thread's probably 40 years old or so. Oh yeah, when I found this machine, I had to rewire this. This was all brittle and crackling, and you could see the exposed wires. So I rewired everything, including the foot pedal, the light, which you'll see, the light works, and basically put in new wiring because it was needed, and there was no way to get it to, I didn't want to use it, it was dangerous, so I did that. Now, this has a clutch wheel, but because of certain reasons or whatever, if you go super fast, it starts engaging the machine, so we're not going to worry too much about that. We're also not going to go super fast or nothing, so anyway, here we go. And this is how you wind a bobbin. Should work. Yeah, these machines make really interesting noises. There it goes. Now you can see it right there. It looks really good. You don't want to really go too fast with this. I'm not in a hurry, so I have no more foot pedal room anyway. And I did slow it down as much as I could because of the fan belt and the way that I put it on there. But you can see this doing an adequate job. And I'm not in a hurry, so just let it go. And the motor on here is the original one from 1949, and it still cruises. Okay, well, we're only doing this zipper and around the pocket with this, so I think I'm gonna fill it as much as I think I should. Now, you can see this heart-shaped gear thing. I've had this off. If you don't put that on exactly right, it'll wobble. And there's a screw that has just the right amount of clearance for everything to go just perfect in there. And if you don't do it right, it won't work. But I can tell you that these machines are built like tanks because, well, they were built in an era where tanks had been built for a while. So we're gonna basically stop the bobbin now because we need this to go backwards and forwards over this area. I don't really want it to get wobbly, so we're going to kind of manually do this, okay? And as it goes, we can just use and do it however you need to fill the bobbin. It's okay. I don't think there's any real adjustment on those. Okay, so we're going to call that done. I'll go right down there. Might be nice to have a little bit of filler. Okay, that's good. So we're going to call that done. All right. Be really nice if I could find my snips. So I have the bobbin in place. Just like any sewing machine, you want to make sure that there's a nice even pull out of the bobbin. So I'm not worried about the size of the thread or nothing. So anyway, there you go. So now to thread the machine, you come underneath this disc. You come underneath this spring, I think. I'll have to recheck that. But anyway, we can check that real quick. Okay, so anyway, then we go through the take it lever. With the fan, that might be a little tricky. I'll put the phone right there for a sec. Go through the take-up lever, go through the little guide on the side. And she's eating the thing I traded her for the thing she wasn't supposed to have. And then once you get it down here, should be a little hole for that guide. You're good. Okay. We're gonna take the scissors and snip this off so that it's nice and straight so we can get it in the needle. And hopefully I can show getting it in the needle. So anyway, raise the needle hot as far up as we can. Then we try and thread the needle. That's always fun. This is not easy because it's a very small hole. And not easily seeing where that is. Okay, there's a little thread there. That's not helping me. All right, so the dog has decided whatever she has taken will be good. Okay. I got it close. Nope, no charge. All right, there's that piece. There's always a little filament. My mom could never see that, and I would do that threading for her. Because I could see with my young little eyes when I was a boy. And now I am not young. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I want to get that in there. And I'll pull it through. Okay, so now you can see how the thread wrapped around this wheel. It holds the particular foot on. Okay, so now we hold this back here. We're going to drop the presser foot. We're just going to do this by hand so we can pull up the bobbin thread. And there it is. So that's awesome. This machine is really neat. However, it is not automatic and it is not an easy machine to deal with. It's almost like once it gets set up, it's really great, but setting it up is kind of the hard part. So, all right, now we have some tails. I'll put those over there. We can see that she's pretty much ready to sew. Now, this is the bobbin cover. And it slides in there and it just basically fits because it's beveled the other way. And what will happen is that I'll probably leave this off while we're sewing a few samples to see what's going on. And then this is the tension disc, and we'll have to see how that's going too. But we'll check it. All right, bye. Okay, so one of the things that this machine does not have is reverse, and that's one of the complaints I have about this machine. But other than that, the stitches that I saw on this machine were absolutely fantastic. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna sew a little piece of this fabric, and we're gonna end up making a big giant pocket. Maybe we can put something in there, I don't know. Anyway, let's see how that goes. Need the foot pedal back over here. And then you gotta hold the tails just like you do with the Sailrite or any other machine, except the 9960. That thing, you don't really need to hold them. It's awesome. All right, let's see what we got here. We have, the loops are coming up through the bottom right there. So that means we need less tension on the top. Yeah, we probably needed more tension on the bobbin stuff anyway, but let's do another couple stitches and we'll see. tension. It's really amazing because the tension spring up here is really strong, and you don't think that you do anything when you loosen it, but you actually do. So we'll keep going. Not good. I'm gonna loosen some more tension, and we'll see. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out in a second and see. Okay, so that's probably the last stitch there. We're just gonna take this out and take a look at it because I don't want to sew anything real until we have the tension adjusted. So just like any other sewing machine, you want to bring up the foot and pull the stuff. Yeah, this feels pretty loose overall. I may tighten up the bobbin tension a little bit. This thread's probably thinner than what I was using before. But if you look at the back side, you can see the stitch looks really nice. A little loose, but the front side definitely has the loops coming through it, so I think we'll tighten up the bobbin tension some. Anywho, that's it for now. Well, this is as good as it's gonna get. Now, the reason this is because this is pretty light thread. This is light material, and I've cranked the bobbin tension all the way up and basically released the upper tension as much as I can. And I still get a little bit of loop feed through here, which you can see, but for what we're doing, this will be fine. So we're just gonna keep it, and that'll be the end of it. And hopefully everything will still go okay. So, okay, well, due to the way this came out, I think I'm gonna redo the thread with a better quality thread here. This doesn't have the frayed. Yeah, maybe it does. Frayed ends that the other stuff had. Looks like it actually might, though. Huh, look at that. Yeah. Well, okay, wish I had some 69 in white. I don't, but I do have 69 bonded nylon in black, and that actually works in this machine. I could do that, but that's not really what I wanted for the pocket. Anyway, so now I don't know what I want to do. All right, I'll get back to it. I don't know if this machine was worth doing it because I've been having a lot of trouble with the tension on the bottom. I had to re-bend the cap spring, and hopefully it gives you enough tension where we can do this. And then the top, I have literally, there's nothing on here. I mean, you should really have just a little, you know, the wheels shouldn't have any play in them, but these do. I mean, there's no tension on the top at all, really. And I'm not sure why that's actually working, but I think I need to snug it up just a smidgen. We'll see how it goes. We'll do one more sample stitch. I mean, I did several. You can see it's been a nightmare trying to get this tension right, so yeah, been a nightmare. So anyway, here we go. We're gonna give it another whirl, see how it goes. And let's take a look. Needle's up, this is up. Can't pull it out yet there. Now it's released. Oh my gosh. Look at that. All that work, see? That's what happens. You spend all that time, oh my God, they pulled right out. That's okay. They were perfect. Maybe you did see them, maybe you didn't, but they were perfect. So that's what we're going to go with right there.